This is the perfect news for the Toronto Maple Leafs. We have an update on the Connor Timmins injury, as well as William Nylander speaks out about playing in his home country of Sweden. I'll break all this down for you coming up on this episode of Hattrick HQ. But before we get into that, I just want to say that 81.3% of you guys aren't subscribed. So if you're looking for a home for daily NHL, daily Leafs content, look no further, go down below, hit that subscribe button, become part of the community here. We'd really appreciate it. We'll be here all season long, keeping you up to date on what's happening around the league. But with that said, let's get right into the first topic of the video today, and that is huge Timmins injury update. And as we take a look at a comment from head coach Sheldon Keefe here, he says he's getting closer for sure. And then Timmins also commented about his injury. He said it was definitely frustrating, but I think I bounced back pretty quickly from it. He also says, I'm used to dealing with adversity. So you give yourself a day or two to sulk, and then you just get to work. All you can do is work through it. And he also says here there was never a specific timetable. It was just kind of seeing how things responded and just kind of hitting gradual milestones. He also says, I'm pretty happy with the progress of it. And it's great to hear that Connor Timmins is recovering from this injury quicker than possible, honestly. Like he said, he suffered a little bit of a bounce back there. He was just playing some of the best hockey he's ever played in the preseason, and then he ended up going out with that injury. So he's soon to be back in the Leafs defensive pairings very soon. I think he's really close to return. We might see him maybe in one of these games over in Sweden. It won't be Friday, but I'm really hopeful that he'll get in there on Sunday. Just the fact that Keith's saying he's getting closer. He's been participating in full practice. I think for the last 3 practices now, he was getting some reps in on the power play 1 unit. He was just playing as an extra defense during these practices, but I really do think that seeing him out there participating fully, full contact, I mean, this just means that he's going to be back very soon. So I really hope that we get to see him in one of these games over in Sweden. I think he might come in, maybe take the place of William Lagesson for a game, see how he's feeling. I really do think that this is huge for Toronto, because Timmins really is a really great defenseman, a great two-way guy. As we've seen in the preseason, I'm pretty sure he put up, like 4 or 5 points during his time in the preseason. So it's a guy who you can get some offensive production out of as well. And just his mindset on this injury is like, you take 1 or 2 days to be like, oh man, like I'm injured. It's just season's just starting. I really don't want to be out. But then he said he got right back to work, trying to get himself healthy to get back into a Toronto Maple Leafs uniform and back out there for the regular season. So he has a great mindset here on this injury. He didn't really take it too hard. Obviously, like he said, he maybe took 1 or 2 days to, just sulk, like he said. And now he's back to work, and he's in practice now, these last 3 practices. So it'll be really interesting to see where he fits in these defensive pairings. I'm sure Sheldon Keefe has a great spot for him, so it'll be interesting to see him get in. I really hope that we get to see him over in Sweden, because I'm really hyped on this guy. He was looked as one of the better defenders on Toronto in the preseason, and I really hope he can continue this play into the regular season. So I mean, it's just best of thoughts for Connor Timmins right now. It's great to hear that he is coming back very soon, and he's getting closer and closer from healing from that injury. So hopefully we get to see him over in Sweden. If not, I'm sure it'll be one of the couple of games as soon as they get back. I really hope we get to see him very soon. But with that said, let's get right to the second top of the video here, and that is Nylander speaks out about playing at home. As we take a look at his comments here, he says, it's been a dream come true. It's been a dream to come back here and play. I didn't think that it would happen in my career to play NHL games in Sweden. So that's going to be very special. He says, it's great for team building out to get out here, and we'll do some things together while we're here. So that I think it will be very good for the team. And obviously, this is a little bit of a new team, as we've mentioned here on the channel before. They've had a lot of new guys come in, and it seems like the chemistry is getting better and better between every game. So I mean, having these long road trips where you're just with your teammates, it's just great for building morale and building chemistry and getting to know these guys even better, and that will translate to the play on the ice. But he also did say here that he needed to get 90 to 100 tickets for the Sweden games. His grandmother will finally get to see him play live. And that's just great for Willie. I know he's talked a lot in his career about his grandmother's support from Sweden, so it's great that she'll finally get to see him play in a game. And right now, Nylander's on that 15-game point streak, so I mean, I'll be shocked if that point streak ends while they're in Sweden. I can see it going. He's going to get a point in these next 2 games. Just going to keep going. He's getting closer and closer to that record, so you never know. He might set it. He's playing on real hockey right now, and his contract extension is coming up, so really hope that we can get him re-signed for next season. And I know the price tags just keep going up and up, but they will find a way to get him back in Toronto because he's playing phenomenal right now. In my opinion, the best player on the team. But we also got some more comments he says about playing in his grandmother, in front of his grandmother. It says, that'll be special for sure. And he also goes on to say here, a reporter asked him, have you taken the team to IKEA yet? And Nylander was smiling, and he said, I mean, we just got here and got to practice, so we got lots of time left to do that. I think that's a all-time question there from that reporter. Obviously, IKEA is a staple of Sweden, and their meatballs that they serve in their stores. So, I mean, that'll be a great team-building exercise for all these guys to get out there and, to even build more chemistry, like I mentioned. And, they got 2 great games coming up. I'm really interested to see how the outcome of these games do come. I really do think that they're going to take both of these games, in my opinion. I think, Nylander's just going to be buzzing out there. I'm going to call it here on Hat Trick HQ that William Nylander is going to get a hat trick in one of these games. Playing at home, all the media hype is surrounding him right now. I really do think that this guy's going to go out there and play the best hockey that he's ever played in his life, and that point streak's going to keep continuing, and the Leafs are going to come back home with 2 wins on the road in Sweden, so there are going to be some great games to tune into. I know there are some early morning games, some early afternoon starts. So it's going to be hard maybe Friday. If you're working, you might not be able to catch the game. But, I mean, I'm going to be recording it because it's going to be, those games are just going to be great. All these Global Series games are fun to watch. They're overseas in Europe, wherever it may be, wherever it takes place every year. And it's just great to see that hockey is growing in Europe. And now that they've noticed that they're playing games over there, and now that Toronto's playing over there this year, they have some Swedish guys on the team, so I mean, it's just great experience for all these guys to finally get to go home. Some of them, maybe get to go home in the summer and spend time with their family, but now they get to do it mid-season and get to play in front of their fans over there, their friends and their family. It's just great to see. I just love that the NHL is doing this Global Series, so it's going to be really interesting to see. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think of Nylander's comments? What do you think of Timmins' injury update, and what do you think the result of these next 2 games are down in the comment section below? Let me know. I'd really love to hear from you. But with that said, let's get right into the next topic here, and that's everybody's favorite comment of the day. And the comment of the day today goes to Kevin. He says, alright, I'll subscribe. I've seen enough great content on this channel to continue watching. All the best, guys. Shout out to you, Kevin. I really appreciate your support down there. I know we've been pumping a lot of videos out here recently, and we actually just hit 1,900 subscribers yesterday, I do believe, so I just want to thank you on behalf of myself and Mark for getting us to that milestone. We're less than 100 subscribers to hitting our goal of 2,000. We never really would have thought that we would have ever got here, so we really appreciate all you guys. It just means the world to us and just wants us to keep pushing out this content for you guys more often. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to go down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers, so we'd really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed the Leafs, make sure to check this video that's popping up on your screen right now. But I've been KC. Keep your stick on the ice.